Hello warriors, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alejandra. Today warriors, we're having story time. I'm going to share with you guys why, when, and how I became a support group leader. 8 years ago, I decided to reach out to Scleroderma Foundation of California because I needed help. I needed a better doctor, I needed support, and I wanted to meet people that were just like me that had scleroderma. And I knew if I reached out to the foundation, I was going to be able to get what I need, and I did. I was able to get everything that I needed. I started talking to Tina. You guys know I love Tina. I love her so much. I'm so thankful for everything that Tina has done for me. I am who I am today because of Tina and because of all the opportunities that Tina have given me. So I started telling Tina everything that I needed, and one was support, meeting other people that were just like me. She lets me know that we have support groups, and I said to Tina, I would love to attend one as soon as possible because I really want to meet other people like me. She said the soonest meeting we have is Crescenta Valley. Crescenta Valley is about 45 minutes away from my home, and I said that's fine, I'll be there. The weekend came and I went to my first support group, and I loved it, guys. I loved it so much. I felt welcome, I felt love, I felt validated that everything I was going through, there were some things that I didn't understand why I was going through, and they were able to help me understand because either they had gone through it or they were going through the same thing that I was going through, and I just loved it. I continued to attend the meetings, and then one day Tina came up to me and asked me if I was interested in becoming a support group leader. Can you guys guess my answer? My answer was no. Thank you, but no thank you. She asked why. I said, Tina, I am a really shy person, and I don't like talking in public. I hate it. To this day, I hate talking in public, and that's something I really want to change because I want to be an advocate for scleroderma. I want to be able to share my story, but I know if I want to do that, I have to be able to talk in public, and I just can't, you guys. I just can't. And I know maybe it's hard to believe because of my videos, I just talk and talk and talk. But for me, it's just so easy to talk to a camera right now. Before it wasn't, but right now it's just easy to talk to my camera, or even when I have to express my feelings, I do it better writing it down. So I said, thank you, Tina, for the offer, but I am not interested. She said, Alejandra, one day you're going to be an amazing support group leader. And I said, Tina, thank you. I don't know what you're seeing in me, but I personally don't see it. And if you say that one day I am, I hope I am a great support group leader one day. And that day came by fast, you guys. So Crescenta Valley was run by Tina, but Tina also had other support groups like the LA South Bay support group. So a new support group leader was stepping in, and Tina asked me if I wanted to help her, and I said, yeah, I'll help her. Why? Because you guys, I love helping. I love helping everyone. If anyone needs help, I'm the first one raising my hand saying I can help you. So I said I will help you, but I won't be your co-leader because that's something I'm not interested in. And the support group leader agreed, so I started helping her. She had her first meeting. First meeting went amazing. Everything was really good. I thought I was in good terms with the new support group leader. Then one day, you guys, one Saturday evening, while I was enjoying a great evening with my husband and my friends, I get an email from the new support group leader. I decided to read the email because I thought maybe it was important or an emergency, and I just wish I would have never opened that email because that email really ruined my night after what I read. This person was accusing me of something that was not true. I read the email and I couldn't believe what she was telling me. I thought maybe it was a mistake or I just didn't understand. I tried to ignore it, but then she kept sending me emails and emails. that night I got about 4 to 5 emails from her, and there were emails where she was disrespecting me, accusing me of things, threatening me and my family, and it was just inappropriate things. And I said, you know what, I'm going to try to ignore it and let Tina know on Monday what was going on. But the next day, I got another email from Crescentes Valley's support group leader that I just said, you know what, this is not right. And I decided to reach out to Tina. I know Tina wasn't going to answer because it was the weekend. So I said maybe she'll answer me on Monday, and hopefully I'll send her the email and she can see it the first thing Monday morning. But Tina actually reached out to me that same day and said, what's going on? I explained to her everything, that I didn't understand why this person was sending me these kinds of emails. And I told her that I did not reply to none of the emails. You ask why. The reason is I don't like conflict, you guys. I don't like fighting. I don't do well with arguments. I don't like conflict. I just don't like it. I always believe that if I'm going to argue with someone, especially if there's disrespectful words, it's just lowering lowering to their level, to their standards, and I am not that kind of person, you guys. So I said I did not reply to none of the emails because I didn't want to be disrespectful, especially because this person, you guys, was about 60 years old that has scleroderma. I was 24, 25-year old with scleroderma. I was not going to be fighting with someone that was older with a disease. So I said I did not reply. I decided to let you know what was going on so you can handle it. So she did, you guys. She decided to talk to this person, and one of the things that the leader was accusing me of was trying to take away Crescenta Valley. She said that I wanted to take over Crescenta Valley, that I wanted to be a support group leader, and that was never my intention. From the beginning, I had told Tina I don't want to be a support group leader. And the reason why Tina asked me to become a support group leader wasn't to be Crescenta Valley support group leader. She actually wanted me to take over her LA South Bay support group because, like I said, that's my support group. That's the closest one to where I live. To my intentions was never Crescenta Valley. I just wanted to help. Tina tried to explain that to her, but this person was just not okay. After that, other emails were sent not only to me, to Tina, to Andrew, to other members of Crescenta Valley that were not appropriate. So the foundation decided to step her down as a support group leader. And that's when the question came up again if I wanted to be Crescenta Valley support group leader. And like I said, I didn't want to do it. But by this time, I feel so guilty. I felt guilty that Crescenta Valley wasn't going to have a leader anymore because of me. It was my fault, which it wasn't my fault. I didn't want to take over Crescenta Valley. But I just felt guilty, and I didn't want this group to stop. I didn't know if I didn't take the lead that maybe it wasn't going to continue because no one wanted to step up to be a support group leader. So that's when I decided to become a support group leader for Crescenta Valley. So 8 years ago, it's when I became a support group leader. And my first meeting, you guys, I was scared, really, really scared because, like I said, I don't like talking in public. Not only that, Andrew and Tina decided to go to my meeting, and it wasn't to see how I was going to be as a support group leader, but they went to my meetings because they were actually going from support group to support group to just be in the meetings and see how the meetings were doing, if the support group leaders needed anything, if the members needed anything, and they were really just surveying everyone. But I was the first meeting, and it was my first meeting, and I have no idea if I did good, but I think I did because 8 years later, I am a support group leader for 2 groups. So yeah, I continued to do Crescenta Valley. Years passed, the pandemic came, and from being an in-person support group, we went to virtual. And like I said, it was just really fun. I love that group. I love Crescenta Valley. I grew close to everyone from Crescenta Valley. And then in 2020, when the pandemic came, Tina came up with the best idea I think she could ever have, well, in my opinion, because she created the young adult support group. And I really, really wanted a young adult support group because even though I can relate to some things with Crescenta Valley, there were some things that I couldn't. They wouldn't understand because they were much older than I was. I was still a young adult and I was going through some things that they were not going through. So I was so happy when the young adult support group came, and two amazing co-leaders started the group, but um, things happened over time that they were not able to continue to be a support group leader. And like I said, I love helping. I love stepping in to help when someone needs help, especially Tina, because of how thankful I am for everything she has done for me. So she asked me if I wanted to lead the young adult support group. I said yes, of course I will lead. By that time, the young adult support group really had become a family to me. So I started leading it, and then eventually my co-leader Brittany stepped in, and I just love working with her. We've been doing the young adults for about 5 years now, and we've been doing a million steps for Scleroderma LAOC about 3 or 4 years already, co-chairing. So Brittany and I work really well together, and that's how I became the young adult support group leader. But then I stepped down. Well, I didn't step down. The foundation eventually merged Crescenta Valley with a different support group because they were really close, and there was no point of having two support groups really close when they can really just go to one. And they decided to merge my Crescenta Valley to a different support group, so I wasn't going to lead anymore. And it was really hurt. Like, I was really hurt because, like I said, I became a support group leader with Crescenta Valley. I knew what I knew because of Crescenta Valley, but I knew that it was what's best for the foundation. So then I was just running the young adults with Brittany, and then last year Tina decided to do a Spanish support group, which I love. I thought the idea was amazing, and I became a co-leader for the Spanish support group. And I thought it was an amazing idea because I am Hispanic, I'm Latina, and I have met a lot of people throughout the years that sometimes it's difficult for them to express what they're going through in Spanish because in English, because Spanish is their first language. And I thought, what an amazing idea. So I started co-leading the Spanish support group, and then my co-leader couldn't be a co-leader anymore because she is a caregiver. She's the one that takes care of her mom that has scleroderma, and her mom got sick and wasn't able to lead a group and take care of her mom. So then I'm just the person that's doing the Spanish support group. So now I have two support groups. I do the young adults for Brittany and the Spanish by myself. And guys, I really love being a support group leader. I have learned a lot throughout the years. I don't see what Tina saw in me. I still don't see, and I think that's just a problem I have. She always says she saw something in me and knew that I was going to be an amazing support group leader, and I hope that I have. And I think maybe I have because, like I said, it will be my third support group that I've been running. And if Tina needs me to run 5 more, I will happily run 5 more support groups meetings for her because, like I said, I just love helping out, and I think what the Scleroderma Foundation of California is doing is amazing. How many we have? I believe 28 support groups now, and our recent one is caregiver support group, and I think that's another amazing support group. I think as caregivers, sometimes they don't understand what someone like me that has the disease is going through. And I have also been a caregiver for my mom or my other people in my family, and it's hard to understand what someone that's sick is going through. So I think a caregiver support group is an amazing. So if you guys are interested, I'll give you guys all the information about our caregiver support group on the description below. So yeah, that's how I became a support group leader. And let me give you guys the good and the bad. The good thing about being a support group leader, the relationship that you grow with your members. With Crescenta Valley, like I said, it was my first group. I was really young when I started attending, and I just loved them so much. It was hard to let that group go, and throughout the years, some of our members have passed away, and it's just been really hard for me to lose members of Crescenta Valley. With the young adults, like I said, they're my family. They're my family. They're the people that I can count on whenever I need anything, and not just with Scleroderma. In my personal life, we are there to help each other, to celebrate each other's victories, or when someone's not doing well, we are there to help them, to give them words of encouragement. That's the good thing. That's the good part of being a support group leader. The relationships, the family that you grow into. The bad part about being a support group leader is, like I said, when someone passes away, because it's really hard. You've been knowing this person for so many years, and when they pass away, it's just hard. You would think it will get easier throughout the years. It doesn't get any easier. I have cried so much, and my heart's been broken so many times when I get the news of a member from my support group that passes away. I think it's the only bad thing about being a support group leader. If you're interested in becoming a support group leader, I encourage you to do it. I really do encourage you to do it. I also know it's not for everyone. I know that, some people think it's easy being a support group leader. It's not. It's not just standing in front of people and running a meeting, or if you're virtual in front of a camera and running a meeting. It's more than that. I think that for you to become a support group leader, it has to come from your heart. In my case, like I said, I love helping out. I love helping people, and ever since I can remember, I wanted to help people, and this is my way of giving back to a foundation that has helped me so much. Also, it's sending out emails. The foundation does an amazing job giving you resources, or when we have events, and that's something that we need to let our members know what's going on. And not only that, you're also sick. You guys also have to remember, I have scleroderma. And sometimes your disease can affect you being a support group leader, and that's understandable. It's understandable. And as a foundation, we are here to help you whenever you're not able to run your meetings. And that's something that I'm so thankful for, Tina, that I was able to get an amazing co-leader with Brittany when I'm not feeling well, when I was going through what I was going through last year. Really, Brittany was the only person that knew what I was going through, because she's my co-leader, and if I wasn't okay, she was there to step in. And whenever she's not okay, when she's not able to do it, I'm there to step in. But that's all because of the resources that Tina and the foundation has given me. I also became certified support group leader through the SPIN program, and that's something that the foundation was able to provide to us, and we still do it for other leaders and whoever like I said, if you want to become a support group leader, let me know. Let me know if you think you guys are able to do it, if you think it comes from the heart to help people. Like I said, it's an amazing volunteer work, because it is voluntary, you guys. But it's amazing. So yeah, you guys, that is my really long story of how I became a support group leader. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys understand a little bit of what a support group leader does. I don't think I really talk about everything that we do, but if you guys want more information, like I said, reach out to me. I'll give you guys more information about all the support groups that we have, especially the caregivers, the young adult, the Spanish support groups. We have support groups in different states: Arizona, Hawaii, Nevada, and a lot in California, Southern and Northern California. So if you guys need a support group, let me know, and I will happily introduce you to a support group, because I know how much it can help you. So thank you guys for watching my video. Don't forget to give it your like, subscribe down below, leave any comments if you guys want to get to know me more or more about scleroderma. Follow me on Instagram so you guys can see everything that we are doing with the Scleroderma Foundation of California and what I'm doing in my personal life. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.